These 20 plants can help you reverse aging. That's not an exaggeration. 5 different civilizations documented them independently over thousands of years for their direct effect on inflammation, circulation, liver function, and cellular health. And modern science has already confirmed, with real studies, why they worked. These aren't supermarket foods or pharmacy supplements. These are specific plants, with names, with documented history, and with at least one clinical study behind each one. I'm going to show them to you in order, from 20 down to 1. And number 1 is mentioned more than 500 times in a single ancient text. Modern science is only just beginning to understand why that frequency was not a coincidence. Welcome to TerraVault, the channel that recovers what 5,000 years of civilization documented about the natural world, before convenience culture made households forget it ever existed. Let's begin. Number 20. Rosemary. Rosemary grew in every Mediterranean courtyard for over 2,000 years. Roman students wove it into their hair because they believed it helped memory during exams. A 2013 study in Therapeutic Advances in Psychopharmacology found that inhaling rosemary essential oil was associated with measurable improvements in cognitive processing speed. The compound responsible, carnosic acid, protects cells from oxidative stress, one of the central mechanisms of cellular aging. How to use it? 1 teaspoon steeped for 10 minutes, 2 cups a day. Number 19. Dandelion. Most people pull it out of the garden like a weed, but Appalachian families kept it in the dried herb cabinet next to the kitchen, and Chinese physicians documented it in the Pen Sao over 2,000 years ago. It contains sesquiterpenes that modern research associates with liver function support. A review in the Journal of Ethnopharmacology documented protective liver activity in root extracts in laboratory studies. Preparation: roasted dried root, 1 teaspoon in hot water for 10 minutes as a coffee substitute. Number 18. Astragalus. In traditional Chinese medicine, astragalus appears in the Shen Nong Ben Chao Jing, the oldest preserved pharmacological text classified among the superior herbs, the ones safe to take over long periods. It contains cycloestragenol, which recent research has linked to telomerase activation, the enzyme that protects chromosome ends during cell division. A study in rejuvenation research documented these findings in cell cultures. Preparation: 10 grams of dried root per liter of water, boiled for 40 minutes, as Chinese households did in soups and broths. Number 17. Garlic. Numbers 11:5. The Israelites in the wilderness long for the garlic of Egypt. The Ebers Papyrus, written around 1550 BC, contains 22 separate entries for garlic. The workers who built the Egyptian pyramids received documented garlic rations daily. A 2016 meta-analysis in the Journal of Nutrition found garlic supplementation associated with reductions in systolic blood pressure and LDL cholesterol. Key detail: allicin only forms once the clove is crushed. Wait 10 minutes before using it. Number 16. Turmeric. The Karaka Samhita calls turmeric Haridra, the golden one, documented as daily use preparation for more than 5,000 years. More than 12,000 studies exist on curcumin, its main compound. A 2012 trial in phytotherapy research compared curcumin to diclofenac, a standard anti-inflammatory, with comparable results and better tolerability. Key: turmeric alone absorbs poorly. Black pepper, via piperine, and fat dramatically improve absorption. Preparation: turmeric, black pepper, and coconut oil or ghee in warm milk. Number 15. Ginger. The Karaka Samhita documents it as Vishwabhasaj, the universal preparation. The Near East, India, China, and the Mediterranean independently arrived at the same root. Ginger inhibits two separate inflammatory pathways, COX, 2 and 5, LOX. A 2015 meta-analysis in osteoarthritis and cartilage found ginger extract associated with improvements in knee pain. Preparation: fresh grated root steeped in hot water for 10 minutes with honey and lemon. Number 14. Pomegranate. We're at the halfway point. 14 plants so far, and the pattern is becoming clear. These aren't random plants. They are the plants the longest living civilizations in history returned to again and again for thousands of years of continuous use. And most of us never learned any of this. If this content is bringing you value, hit that like button right now. It tells the algorithm this content matters, and it helps reach more people looking for exactly this. And if you want the complete reference, 200 plants from 5 ancient traditions with full historical context, preparation notes, and the modern research behind each one, the link is in the description. 200 entries, 5 civilizations, 1 reference. Now let's keep going. What's coming next is even more interesting. Deuteronomy 8:8 includes pomegranate among the 7 blessings of the Promised Land, and it decorated the pillars of Solomon's temple. It contains punicalagins, a rare polyphenol that gut bacteria convert into urolithin A, a compound currently under intense research in cellular longevity for its role in mitophagy, the clearing of aging mitochondria. Preparation: 8 ounces of pure pomegranate juice daily, or the whole fruit. Number 13. Ashwagandha. Its Sanskrit name literally means horse smell, an ancient reference to the strength and vitality ancient texts attributed to it. Documented as rasayana, a rejuvenating herb. Its withanolides have been linked to cortisol regulation, the chronic stress hormone that accelerates cellular aging. A 2019 trial in Medicine found significant cortisol reductions after 8 weeks of supplementation. Preparation: half a teaspoon of root powder in warm milk with honey before bed. Number 12. Moringa. Known as the miracle tree, moringa is documented in Ayurvedic texts going back more than 4,000 years, with a specific use for every part of the tree. A study in the Asian Pacific Journal of Tropical Biomedicine documented significant antioxidant activity in leaf extracts, with exceptional levels of vitamin C and beta-carotene. How to use it: 1 teaspoon of moringa leaf powder in water or smoothies, once daily. Number 11. Olive leaf. Ezekiel 47:12 describes trees whose leaf does not wither, referring to the olive tree and its leaves specifically. Olive leaves contain oleuropein, with antioxidant capacity exceeding vitamin C. A 2011 trial in phytomedicine compared olive leaf extract to captopril, a standard antihypertensive, with comparable results. Preparation: 5 or 6 fresh leaves boiled in water for 10 minutes. Number 10. Aloe vera. John 19:39. Nicodemus brings a mixture of myrrh and aloe for burial preparation. 75 pounds of it. That quantity alone tells you what this plant was worth in the 1st century. The Egyptians called it the plant of immortality. It appears in medical texts from Egypt, Greece, Rome, India, and China. 5 civilizations with no contact, all independently documenting the same plant. The gel contains over 75 identified active compounds, including osmannin, widely studied in clinical trials on skin regeneration. How to use it: fresh gel applied directly to burns or skin irritation. Number 9. Elderberry. Every Appalachian household kept an elder tree near the kitchen door. Nicholas Culpeper's 1653 complete herbal documents more than 25 uses for it. Black elderberry anthocyanins, specifically cyanidin-3 glucoside, bind to influenza virus surface proteins in laboratory studies, interfering with their ability to attach to cells. A 2016 meta-analysis in Nutrients found elderberry supplementation associated with significantly shorter duration of upper respiratory infections. Important: never eat raw elderberries. Always cook them first. Number 8. Schisandra. Known in Chinese tradition as the five-flavor fruit because it simultaneously tastes sweet, bitter, salty, spicy, and sour. Documented in the Shennong Bencao Jing among the superior herbs, alongside astragalus. Its lignans, particularly schisandrin, have been associated with liver function support and the regulation of the body's oxidative stress response. How to use it? Dried berries steeped as tea, 1 teaspoon per cup of hot water, 10 minutes. Number 7. Reishi. Ancient Chinese texts call it the mushroom of immortality, the most valued superior herb in the Shennong Bencao Jing, historically reserved for royalty due to its scarcity in the wild. A study in the International Journal of Medicinal Mushrooms documented significant immunomodulatory activity in its triterpenes and beta-glucans. Preparation: dried mushroom boiled for 45 minutes to extract its compounds. They aren't simply water-soluble like a regular tea. Number 6. Myrrh. It appears at the birth, when the Magi bring it to Bethlehem. It appears at the crucifixion, mixed with wine. It appears in Exodus 30, in the sacred anointing oil. The Ebers Papyrus documents myrrh across multiple household applications in ancient Egypt, particularly for preservation and wound care. Laboratory studies have documented antimicrobial activity against Staphylococcus aureus. How to use it? Myrrh tincture, 10 drops in warm water, a preparation documented for thousands of years. Number 5. Frankincense. Ask yourself something. The Magi travel hundreds of miles and bring gold, frankincense, and myrrh. Not food, not clothing. The 3 highest value substances of the ancient world, and 2 of the 3 are plant resins. The Sushruta Samhita, written around 600 BC, describes boswellia as effective for joints, relieves pain present for years, reduces swelling, restores movement. That description, written 2,600 years ago, describes exactly what a 2003 trial in phytomedicine confirmed. Boswellia extract showed significant improvements in knee function scores over 8 weeks. How to use it? 300 to 400 milligrams of standardized Boswellia serrata extract, labeled 65% boswellic acids, with food. Number 4. Ginkgo biloba. It's the oldest living tree species documented in botanical history. Individual specimens in China are confirmed at over 3,000 years old. The tree itself is a living demonstration of extreme longevity. Chinese medicine has documented it for over 1,000 years for circulation and cognitive function. A meta-analysis in the Cochrane database of systematic reviews evaluated clinical trials on ginkgo extract, finding modest but consistent benefits. Preparation: 120 to 240 milligrams of standardized extract daily, with professional supervision if taking blood thinners. Number 3. Hyssop. Purge me with hyssop, and I shall be clean. Psalm 51:7. Hyssop appears across the Old and New Testament in contexts of purification. Exodus 12, the Passover. Leviticus 14, purification ceremonies. John 19, present at the crucifixion. Hyssop's primary compounds, carvacrol and thymol, are the same compounds found today in commercial antiseptics and pharmaceutical mouthwashes. A 2019 study in Natural Product Research documented antimicrobial activity against 12 bacterial strains, including drug-resistant organisms. Botanical note: biblical hyssop, Ezov, is now most often identified as Oreganum syriacum, Syrian oregano, distinct from the decorative hyssop sold in most Western garden centers. Number 2. Olive oil. The most documented food of the entire Mediterranean tradition. It appears across every civilization that surrounds that sea: Greek, Roman, Egyptian, Hebrew, Phoenician, across more than 4,000 continuous years of documented use. It contains oleocanthal, a compound whose chemical structure inhibits the same inflammatory pathways as ibuprofen, according to research published in Nature in 2005. The Predimed study, published in the New England Journal of Medicine, one of the largest nutrition trials ever conducted, found that a Mediterranean diet supplemented with extra virgin olive oil was associated with a significant reduction in major cardiovascular events. How to use it? Extra virgin olive oil, raw whenever possible, since heat degrades some of its active compounds. 2 to 3 tablespoons daily is the amount documented in the highest impact studies. Number 1. The vine. Mentioned more than 500 times in Scripture. John 15:5. I am the true vine. Genesis 9. Noah plants a vineyard. Deuteronomy 6. The promised land described in terms of vineyards. Psalm 80. Song of Solomon. Isaiah. Revelation. No other plant is mentioned that many times in the entire biblical text. And in the 20th century, something unexpected happened. Epidemiologists studying cardiovascular disease patterns across European populations noticed something they called the French paradox. A population with a diet high in saturated fat, but with lower than expected cardiovascular disease rates. One consistent dietary difference: red wine. That observation led to the identification of resveratrol, a compound found in grape skin. Resveratrol became one of the most studied plant compounds of the late 20th century, particularly for its interaction with sirtuins, proteins associated with cellular aging and longevity, a field of research still active today. The most documented plant in the entire ancient world turned out to contain one of the most studied compounds in modern longevity science. That's not a coincidence. That's the ancient world being right 500 times, confirmed centuries later by an epidemiologist who didn't know he was confirming a sacred text. 20 plants, documented by 5 civilizations that had no contact with each other, and yet arrived at the same conclusions again and again across thousands of years. These weren't guesses. They were observations, recorded, repeated, confirmed by the next generation, and the one after that, and the one after that, until a single generation decided to stop passing them down. That generation was us, and we are the first generation in 35 centuries who has to go looking for what our grandparents simply knew. The knowledge was never lost. It's in the texts. It's in the research. It's been waiting for someone to come looking for it. Tell me in the comments, which of these 20 plants surprised you the most? Were you already using any of them? And which civilization do you want us to explore next? Biblical, Egyptian, Ayurvedic, Chinese, or Appalachian? If you want the complete reference, 200 plants from all 5 ancient traditions with the full historical context, preparation notes, and modern research for each one, the link is in the description. Subscribe. We're here every 48 hours recovering what got left behind. The knowledge was never lost. It was just waiting for someone to come looking. You came looking.